Alright everyone, this is the Rita Repulsa and Lord Zedd 2-pack. This is exclusive to Gamestop. Retails for about $49.99 before taxes USD. It says right here this is the 25th anniversary of the 2-pack. I don't know if it means from when they got married or just Power Rangers in general. I have to look that up. And right here in the front we have a really amazing looking kind of a display. You have, their signature kind of pastel look right here on the side of Zedd and Rita. At the bottom you have the regular Power Rangers Lightning Collection, and then on one side you have Rita Repulsa, on the other side you have Lord Zedd. At the top you have a spot varnish of the Mighty Morphin logo with a thunderbolt in the middle with some black and burgundy. Bottom you have just the obligatory kind of product information, and in the back you have a product shot with the stuff talking about Rita and Lord Zedd. And so far, I mean, this is actually one of my favorite kind of like 2-pack boxes I've seen. Like the other two, which was what, the Mighty Morphin Green and the Putty and the Galaxy Red and the Psycho Ranger, they look fine, but I like the way that this looks. Kind of like they're right here in the back. You know, from the show, they're kind of like a odd couple, and it kind of shows right here. So yeah, let's open this up and see what it's like. So this is what you get outside the box. You get Lord Zedd, you get practically all his Wave 1 stuff with the 2 alternate hands, that bomb he uses to make the monsters grow, his staff, a lightning effect. And with Rita, you get her staff, 2 alternate hands, the love potion, this green emerald crystal, you get a bouquet, and you also get the wedding cake. So it's actually some good stuff, stuff that you don't really have, and stuff that isn't just solely new to her, but can be used for both, like the cake and the crystal and the love potion. I guess we'll start with Lord Zedd, and honestly, nothing's too different from the Wave 1 Lord Zedd. It's not too different from Wave 1, but there's stuff that are noticeable, and I will do a comparison later. So we'll put him down for a sec, and we'll look at Rita. So Rita's really the reason to get this 2-pack. Her face, it looks hold on. There we go. Looks all right. It looks like they're not going for the original Sentai Rita, more of the actual actress that replaced her for the following seasons. Just fine. I have nothing against that. What is this? Like her neck attire thing. It's made out of really soft plastic, which is nice because that way nothing cracks, or it can easily be put back in place. The head made out of a tough plastic, but the tips are a bit softer. This whole dress is fabric from the top of the neck all the way to the bottom. That's great. These bracelets that are around her wrists are actually separate pieces, so that you can move them up or down when you want to switch out the hands, which is good. And so far that's about it. This piece right here, it's a piece of the whole chest harness. However, it feels a little bit too, hold on, let me see if I can focus. There we go. It seems a little too flimsy right around there. So get in focus. There we go. Seems a little too flimsy, so that might be a bit of an issue. And what's cool is that there's a little latch right underneath her right arm where you can take it off, and you can take off this entire harness, which is pretty good. Kind of like that a lot. And let's go over articulation with her. Her head can move up that high. Pretty good. And move down not so much because of this kind of neck strap right around here. Her arms can do a full 360 extend out that much. She has single jointed arms, so you don't get so much articulation, but that's what you get mostly with every female figure so far in the Lightning collection, which kind of is a bummer, but at the same time, they have thinner arms, so I understand giving them a double jointed arm could probably break a lot easier. She has that same upper torso, kind of like ball joint up top, and the bottom, right around here, see if I can focus, it's a little bit stiff, so I can't really, it won't really bend. This part right here, this joint right here, it won't really bend. So it feels like I'm gonna break it, so I'm not gonna break it because this thing costs a pretty penny. You do get, hold on, let me see. You do get the double jointed knees, which is nice. And you also get upper thigh cut right there. You also get the regular Hasbro ankles. Go down that far, up that far, and any direction you can pivot them. So that's pretty good. Now, I kind of want to see if you could kind of have her look a little more young. You know what I'm saying? Like in the kind of like in the Boom Studio comics, where she has more of like a slender outfit. That'd be pretty cool to see. Now for the accessories, Zedd's not too crazy, but they are more detailed. Like the bomb, you can see that actually painted even on the little portion of it. Let me see if I could focus on that. Focus. Let's get in there. But yeah, it's painted in there. And for the hands, they've actually painted the right there, like on the knuckles and the fingertips. See that? That's actually pretty cool. Staff is still that kind of like milky gray, kind of bland color. Not my favorite. The lightning effect, it's the same lightning effect as the regular one, just in a translucent purple. It's cool. Then the wedding cake. It's pretty cool. Sucks that it's like one color. But hey, you know, it's not too bad. It's also little details in it. Little spider. There's also Rita and Zedd right there. That's pretty cool. And the bouquet. Let me see if I can. There we go. Here's the bouquet. Nothing too crazy. Rita's staff. Let me see if I could focus on. There we go. That's her staff right there. Just a long pole. Nothing too fancy. This crystal thing, I can't remember where this is from in the show. I've been searching and searching. I know it's in the background, but I don't recall its purpose. And I can't skim through like 60 plus episodes to try to figure it out. There's also the potion. I believe this is the love potion that Rita used to make Zedd fall in love with her. Not bad. Gold and blue. Looks nice. Better than just like a solid blue or a solid gold color. And then here are her alternate hands. You get one fist, which they did detail the hands, which is nice. And then this one, maybe to kind of like use in anger or something. So with Lord Zedd, he is standing at around, from the head, it looks around 6 1/4, and to the top of the Z, almost at 7 inches. And with Rita, you're looking at, before the ends of her hair, looking at around just over 6 1/4, and to the tip of one of her hair strands, same with the Lord Zedd, almost 7 inches. So it's not bad. So here is the new Lord Zedd, and here is the Wave 1 Lord Zedd. Just do a quick comparison. And on the surface, it looks exactly the same. The only thing that's highly noticeable are the lightning effects. One's obviously red and the other one is that translucent purple. But if you look closely, the reds on Lord Zedd a lot more vibrant versus Wave 1. But Wave 1 has those kind of like dark tones around his muscles that kind of give a little bit more volume and definition versus Lord Zedd. But this Lord Zedd just pops out just a little bit more. And the visors are a little bit different. If you look at them, this one's more kind of like a magenta, while this one's just like a flat red. So it really is your pick of which one you like better. And the hands are different too. If you look at his hands, right there, you see they've actually decided to paint his hands. So that's one thing that's really great about it. And also the bombs. As you can tell, this one is the new one with the painted details. All this one is Wave 1, which they've let unpainted. And unfortunately, the staffs are the same. The only difference is that this is the one I painted. So I decided to paint this one. I use like a regular Sharpie paint marker, just silver. Just ran it a couple times, let it dry, and it gave it more of a silver look. I don't know if you can tell. Let me see. Keep those up close. So there you go. You get like a little bit of a difference there. Nothing too tough. Yeah, and the lightning effect is exactly the same. If you actually open it up, it actually is the same mold. It's the exact same mold. Shoot. So if you look at that, and then open this one up, it's the exact same mold as the other. So there's literally no difference other than the color. So, it's really your choice what you like more. Honestly, I think I would prefer this Lord Zedd and just swap out the hands. If I could, can't even take off the helmet or his head. But yeah, I think that's what I would prefer. I think just grabbing his hands, his accessories, and just putting it on this body, I think would be better. However, I wonder how noticeable it would be to tell the difference. Not too much. You can tell the skin colors on camera a lot better than you can in person, but it's really just those darker parts around his muscles that just give it a better depth to him overall. So all in all, what's the verdict? I mean, on one hand, it's $50. You get Rita and Zedd, you get all the fun stuff. It is worth it in some ways. Well, for one, if you don't have Zedd whatsoever, I'd say pick it up. They've done some improvements on it where it is a bit better. They've changed some things about him. But on the other hand, I can't say it's fully worth it if you already have Lord Zedd, because then you're just getting it for Rita, which evidently is the reason why I got it, right? Because it's the only way to get it. And by the way, I don't know if it's just mine, but I've been having the worst time trying to have her stand up. She has some really weak ankles. I think it's just mine. And one other thing is her scepter is top heavy. So constantly as I try to have her hold it up and it keeps either rotating the wrist all the way back or the staff just slides all the way down. So that's the best I can get. Other than that, $50. That's a steep price for both of these. And there's just other figures that have iconic characters that are way cheaper, and to justify these two characters for that price point, I think it's mostly just GameStop just trying to get a deal. And that's not in this isn't enough for $50. I think if they would have came with, other customizable heads for Rita, or at least, better accessories, like I mentioned, the green candle, or a clay figure, or maybe include Lord Zedd's throne. You're paying an extra $20 for just a bit more accessories, the exclusive Rita, a bit better paint job on Zedd. It's not enough. I honestly don't think it's enough for that price point. But it would be for those people that do not have a Lord Zedd. You get two great figures with some decent accessories. So I would honestly give this a look. If you happen to stop by any GameStop and it's out on the floor, just take a look at it. If you're interested, just pick it up, take a look at it. If you don't have a Zedd, I say it's worth a grab. If you do have a Lord Zedd, honestly, you have to look at what's in the box, the contents of the box, and ask yourself, really, is it worth dropping down? Because that's honestly what you're paying. You're paying $50 just to get Rita, and your consolation fee is another Zedd. If you really want a Rita figure, I say pick this up. I know it sounds a bit contradictory what I said before, because if you don't pick it up from GameStop themselves, you're left with, people that sell them online, and you're going to be paying almost twice the amount. And it's better to pay the retail price now than paying almost double, maybe a little bit more from someone else. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you guys want. I'm trying to figure out what to do, whether it be figures, games, media, I don't even know. I'll see you on the next video.